guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another declutter. This time we are going to be going through all of my primers, so I have a lot of primer. Yeah, this is way too much primer. So we're going to be going through this and doing a declutter real quick. I did want to mention my camera angle is a little different. I'm nice and cozy in here with you guys. I've got about 2 feet here in front of my window now to film, where I used to have a lot more room. It wasn't like a ton more room, but I had more than this. But we set up the crib and I had to shift my bed closer to my window, and so now I have this little tiny nook to film in. So hopefully I'm not like on top of you guys, but anyway, I wanted to explain that first. Okay, let's get into this declutter. Holy smokes, I have a lot. So these items up front here, again, these are just the things that were out. So I do have one thing here that is in my current 2019 project pan. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For. I'm trying to use this up this year, so I'm gonna be keeping that. Let me zoom you in. So that is gonna stay. And then these were the 3 that were in my everyday makeup drawer. So this one from Milk is actually just like a deluxe sample size. Haven't tried it yet. I actually just switched out my makeup drawer a few days ago and I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm gonna keep that. I also have this one from Urban Decay. This is the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. I really like this one. I'm surprised I haven't used more of it, honestly, because I haven't used a lot of it, but I really do like it. It leaves a nice silky feeling on your skin. It's a really nice primer. I do enjoy it, so I want to keep that. And then the last one that was in my everyday makeup drawer is this one from Volition. This is the Prismatic Luminizing Shield. I really like this one. It gives a nice glow to the skin, but it also has an SPF of 50, so this is something I find myself reaching for a lot in the spring and summer, so I definitely want to keep that as well. All right, let's move on to the bulk of it. All right, so for eyeshadow primers, let's start there because I only have 2. I actually didn't grab, I have one in my everyday makeup drawer, which I didn't grab. It's almost gone, but I just have my glitter glue, and I have this one from Covergirl, which is called the Lid Lockup. I really like both of these. I think that the Covergirl one is actually a dupe for the Too Faced one, but much cheaper. So I recommend either one of them, but if you want to save some money, get the Covergirl one. But I do want to keep both of those. I don't have a lot of eyelid primers, so I feel okay about that. All right, so this one I know right away I can get rid of. This is from YSL. It's called the All Hours Primer. The primer itself I thought was okay. I don't like the packaging. It's got this kind of, I don't know, squeezy bottle, whatever. I found it inconvenient, and so then I never reached for it, and it's just sitting here, and I think someone else could get some use out of it. I don't want it to just go bad sitting in my collection. So it's hard for you guys to read that because it's like gold on black. There we go. So that I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter. All right, next I have a bunch of these Covergirl. I have 3 of the Covergirl primers. So I really like these 2. This is the Illuminating primer. I think this is a really good drugstore illuminating primer if you're looking for a good option from the drugstore, so I want to keep that one. And I do like this pore minimizing one as well. They sent me their whole collection. These were the 2 I decided to keep out of the collection. And then this is actually almost like a tinted lotion. It's a luminizing lotion. They call it the Vitalist Go Glow. It was just a little bit too luminizing for me, and because it's a lotion, I put this in the primer drawer, but then I'd moisturize before it, and then I was like, wait, do I want to add another layer of moisture? I don't really need it, so I just never reached for it, so I'm going to go ahead and let go of that. Ooh, I have a lot of favorites in here. This is going to be hard. All right, next I have a couple more drugstore ones here. These are from Maybelline. These are the Master primers. I actually really like this collection of primers as well. I want to say I bought all of them and tested them out and kept just these 2. I did buy these with my own money, but I do really, really like them. I have the Blur and Smooth, and then I have the Blur and Illuminate. So even though I really enjoy both of these and I would like to keep them both, I don't think I need them both, and I have a lot of illuminating primers, which we're going to get to in a second. I already kept the one, or no, I've already kept 2. Yeah, I've already kept 2 illuminating primers, and I have more in here that I really like, so I think I'll go ahead and let go of this one. I just don't want it to go bad. I'm sure someone else that I know will get some use out of it, and then I will keep this one because I actually do really like it, and it's a good drugstore option. So speaking of illuminating primers, I have both of the Becca illuminating primers. This one here is the Backlight primer. This is more of a traditional illuminating primer that has like a nice glow to it, so I do want to keep that one. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. And then the First Light primer. This one here is more of like a color correcting primer, but it still gives you a nice glow to the skin, and I really like this one as well. So can't let go of those, so I will be keeping both of those. So now I have these guys here from Dr. Brandt, I have my Pores No More primer, which I love. One of my favorite primers. This is a really good primer if you have enlarged pores, or, you know, even fine lines and wrinkles, any like texture issues that you're trying to resolve. This is really good because it kind of fills in and smooths things out before you apply the foundation. So I really love this. I think I've gone through like a mini size of this already, and then this is a full size here. So I want to keep that. I want to keep using that. And then this one is like they added this on. This is the Pores No More again, but it's Illuminating one. So it's supposed to give you a glow and fill in your pores. And again, I like it. I would totally just keep this and use it, but I have too much. And since I have the Pores No More one and I have a lot of illuminating primers, I don't think I need this too. So I'll let go of that one. Feel good. Making a little bit of progress here. All right, I definitely can't let go of this. I love this primer so much. This is from First Aid Beauty. It's the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So it is kind of like a moisturizer and a primer in one, but I feel like it gives me more of a primer. I feel like it primes a little bit better than the one that I got rid of from Covergirl, and I really, really like it. My skin's been dry and it's been really loving this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. These are the ones that I'm kind of like on the fence with. I like them, but I'm like, do I like them enough to keep them? Do I have a place for them? Well, okay, I'm definitely going to keep this one because this is my Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. I didn't really keep any mattifying primers. I think this is the only one I have right now. This one is very ultra mattifying. So if you have oily skin, you will love this one. It's one that gives you a ton of grip. So a lot of times with oily skin, your foundation just kind of slides right off. This will hold your foundation in place. So I don't use this on my entire face, and I have been more dry recently, but in the summertime, this is something I might use like as a spot primer, like just on my nose, because I do tend to lose foundation on my nose in the summertime. So I do want to keep this around just in case, or if I'm doing makeup for a friend or family member. I just actually did makeup for one of Aubrey's friends for an event, so I like to have this kind of thing on hand. All right, next I have this Cover FX Blurring Primer. I actually haven't had this in my collection very long. I got this in a BoxyCharm not too long ago, and I feel like I've only used it a couple times, so I'd really like to keep this and try it out a little bit more, just to know, you know, get a better opinion for it. So I'll keep that one for now. Actually, same thing with this one. This is from Touch in Sol. It's the No Pore Problem primer. I actually just got this in a BoxyCharm. I used it a handful of times because I did have it in my everyday makeup drawer, my last rotation, but I didn't use it enough that I feel good enough, that I feel ready to let go of it yet, so I'd like to keep that a little longer. All right, next up I have this Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. This is one of my favorite primers of all time. This actually was in my makeup use up for last year, and if you guys watched my finale for my 2018 makeup use up, I mentioned that I lost this and I could not find it. Well, I found it. It was in one of my old purses that I had switched out and I forgot to take this out of, but it is almost gone and I've had it a long time, so I'll go ahead and declutter that now. And now we're down to two. All right, this one from Givenchy is the Prism Primer. Actually, it says this is a mattifying primer as well. I don't think I really tried this enough to have an opinion on it yet, so I think I will keep that one and try it a little more. I know I'm not doing super great. I'm sorry, guys. The last one I have here is from Laura Geller. It's the Spackle Hydrating Moisturizing Primer. So I've heard a lot about the original Spackle primer, which I think is more of a like mattifying primer, but this one is the hydrating version. I liked this a lot, actually. I got sent this from one of you guys. That was so sweet, and I think it's really, really nice, so I don't want to let go of that either. All right, well, that was not a huge declutter, but I still feel good about it. I got rid of 5 primers, mostly full size, just one mini here, and all of these are primers that I actually like, and I think I would have used up completely had I not owned so much product. So I feel good that I was able to whittle it down a little bit. I just have a lot that I love right now, and that's not a bad problem to have. So yeah, but these 5 primers are working their way out of my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this declutter today. It was a nice short one. It's been a while since I've had a short declutter video. They're usually really lengthy, but this was a small category. Next up, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do all of my foundations and concealers in one video, just to get that kind of done in one. So look forward to that. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button while you're here, or the notification bell, whatever. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.